Well, hey there, friends. Welcome back to Simple SEO and Marketing. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I can hardly wrap my brain around the fact that it's July. We have literally been counting down the days until the 4th of July in my house here. So wherever you're listening to this and whenever you're listening to this, I hope that you, if you're an American, have taken just a second to be thankful for our freedoms here in this country and thank a serviceman or woman, and just also thanked the Lord who put you in this great country. So today, me, myself, and I, Faith, we're going to go through 5 easy to fix SEO mistakes that I see students and clients making all the time. I have always been somebody that I wanted to learn from other people's mistakes before I made those mistakes myself, whether that was in like dating or horse training or how to not let my laundry go sour because I take so long to dry it. And sometimes I've been more successful than others at learning from other people's mistakes. But here are 5 easy to fix mistakes that I have either made myself or I see clients and students making that I want you to learn from. And please know that all of these, I'm telling you all of these things totally anonymously. I'm not spilling tea on anybody except myself. And I'm telling you all of these things very much in love because I don't want you to make these same mistakes that I've either made myself or seen clients and students making. So bust out that pen and paper and we're going to take notes and dive right on in today. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing with me, Faith Hannon. Do you want to grow your business with organic marketing and finally feel like you can understand SEO? Are you scouring the internet for how to get more website traffic, SEO for dummies, and how to market on Pinterest? Have you tried to grow your business with SEO and blogging only to get frustrated and quit because it's overwhelming and too time consuming? Been there. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, Jesus lover, copywriter, blogger, wife, wrangler of tiny humans, and barrel racer. And let me tell you, I didn't have time to waste sorting through SEO and keyword strategies that either didn't work or were so over my head I couldn't understand them. I honestly thought that SEO and blogging only worked for people with a PhD in tech jargon and a whole team of employees, until I learned these secrets. Good SEO strategies don't have to be complicated, and creating and marketing great content doesn't have to take more than a couple hours a week total. So pop in those earbuds, slam some coffee, and let's grow your business with simple organic marketing and a healthy dose of biblical encouragement along the way. All right, y'all, 5 easy to fix SEO mistakes that I see way too often. And to be quite honest, some of these mistakes are mistakes that I have seen big businesses making. So if you hear one of these mistakes and you're like, hot dang, I have made that mistake, then no, you're not alone. People that have huge businesses and huge teams and are making huge revenue have also made these mistakes. So don't feel like a big dummy if you're making these mistakes, because other people are making these mistakes too. So know that I'm saying all of these things with tons of grace, and you can fix them. They're not hard to fix, okay? So mistake number 1 is this. Number 1 is thinking too narrow or too clever / cutesy with their keywords, okay? Do not, hear me in all the love in the world here. Do not make my brain work extra to figure out what it is that you do and how you help me. If you have not read Donald Miller's book, Building a Story Brand, please go buy it. It's phenomenal. He's a master at breaking down why you have to be clear over cute every day of the week that ends in Y. But one of the things that I see in the online business world, and just honestly, a lot of businesses in general, is we're so concerned with how to stand out, how to look different than the people around us, how to, make our business, get the customer over our competitors, that we get really, really nitty gritty in our messaging, which in some aspects of your messaging is phenomenal. However, when you're putting together your SEO strategy and doing your keyword research, you cannot get clever and cutesy with your keywords and with your SEO strategy. Why? Well, because people aren't searching for things in a clever, cutesy way. They're searching for much more general help than your elevator pitch probably lends to. I was actually on a training call doing a guest training a while back when I pulled somebody from the audience to do keyword research, and I asked her what she did, and she told me, and she gave me her very well crafted explanation of what it is that she does. And I just looked at her and I said, all right, I'm going to shoot you straight. Tell me normal people words. And she just kind of looked at me. I said, nobody's searching for that thing that you just described to me. They're using different words. They're using normal people words. They are not using this very clever phrase that you have come up with to describe what it is that you do. They are searching with much more general terms. And she just was like, oh. So we worked through what it is that she did in a more general term, okay? And we were able to find some really great keywords for her business, for the size of her business, and that her ideal client is using to search, okay? Now, if you have not really worked through this, and the above the fold statement, I call it, that's like the very first thing somebody sees on your website, then please, please, please go back and listen to episode number 4 and episode number 69, because your above the fold statement, the very first thing that somebody sees when they come to your website, that needs to be abundantly clear. I would rather see you make that just like stupid, simple, clear than have anything cutesy, because when somebody comes to your website, you have like 2.5 seconds to let them know if you can solve their problem. And if you've been too cutesy with your approach to your messaging that they can't figure out whether you help them or not, then they're gone. They are gone. And the same goes with your keyword research approach. Like I could get super, nitty gritty in my SEO strategy and say that, and I'm making this up, say that the vast majority of my clients are Christian business owners in the ag world. So I'm an SEO consultant for Christian business owners in the ag world, which BT dubs, I don't just work with Christian business owners and I don't just work with people in the ag world, but I'm using this as an example. And I could base my whole SEO strategy around that. Well, that's way too narrow. It's not so much cutesy, but it's way too narrow. And sometimes this cutesy approach also just pigeonholes us in this teeny tiny market that people aren't actually searching using those words. So yes, in your branding and in your messaging, you may need to go, a little bit more narrow and a little bit more clever in some places. But when it comes to your SEO strategy, when it comes to your keywords, you need to go for clear every day of the week. All right, tip number 2, or easy fix number 2. This mistake is super easy to fix. And it's this: using the same page title on all of your pages. Now, first of all, bravo to you for writing your page titles to be something other than home, about, services, right? Like bravo. But, when you use the same page titles, even if they're keyword rich, when you use the same page titles on every single page on your website, it's not helping. I'm sorry, not sorry, but it's not helping. Google sees this as spammy, okay? They're seeing it as almost like keyword dumping. And you're missing the opportunity to cast a little bit of a wider net with your SEO strategy and your keywords. Now, I am not saying that you should cast your SEO and keyword net wide enough to catch the whole world. You're not serving the whole world with your business. You're serving a specific group of people, and you need a specific SEO strategy to reach those people. But if you're just using the chiropractor in your town for all of your pages, right, chiropractor in Dallas Fort Worth, you're missing out on some opportunities to maybe get found for prenatal chiropractic in Dallas Fort Worth, or postpartum chiropractic, or family chiropractic, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you need different page titles on all your pages. They need to all work together. They need to all be, with one cohesive strategy. You're not just going for everything in the whole wide world, but you do need unique page titles on each individual page. Hey friend, I know you're trying to grow this business, but does it feel like it's not really going anywhere? Did you know that we can actually fix the back end of your business so that you have some great SEO? Did you know that we can repurpose your podcast or repurpose your blog and help you grow faster? Did you know that was even an option? If you're thinking, oh my goodness, Faith, that would be amazing, then head on over to faithhannon.com/coaching or click the link in the show notes. In just 1 hour of your time, we'll get you a marketing plan in a box with the exact keywords that you need to be going for, how and where to implement them, and at least 3 months of SEO-focused content planned out for you. Let's get your coaching call on the books right now and get your marketing strategy headed in the right direction. Spots are limited, so don't wait. And I cannot wait to help you finally get the breakthrough you've been waiting for and jumpstart your business dream back to life. And the number 3 easy to fix mistake is this: letting Google write your meta descriptions for your pages or your blog meta descriptions for you. Now, your meta description is simply like the snippet it's supposed to be, simply the snippet of what people are going to find on that page, just a summary, right? So that when you search, the best freezer crock pot meals, a website comes up in the search engine results pages, and you see a snippet, a page with title like 10 easy freezer crock pot meals. And then the description is maybe gluten-free, vegan freezer crock pot meals that you can prepare in 10 minutes or less that reheat well, something like that. Totally made that up, by the way. Somebody please make that for me and send it to me. Bless you. But that's the meta description, is the 1 to 2 sentences that you see after the page title when you go to whatever search engine you're using. And Google will write those for you. Now, Google says that the meta descriptions don't have a bearing on SEO results. I say, okay, maybe, but ultimately, you as a God-created human, you are always going to be smarter than a computer. You have a God-given smart brain that you can summarize this article or summarize this page and what people are going to find. And then bonus points, use keywords, use keyword phrases in your description. Now, this is not the place to keyword dump. Absolutely not. This is forward facing. People read this. It's 160 character limit, and people are going to take this information, how it's written, and use it to decide if they want to click through to your page or to read your blog article. So it needs to be written in a way that's appealing, right? That's keyword friendly, and that authentically describes what's going to be on that page. Like, we have all been there where we, are looking for something and we see a page that looks good and the description is like, oh yeah, like that's exactly what I'm looking for. And then you click over and it's like, there's literally nothing I was looking for on this page. Don't be that person. Please don't be that person. Like, write your meta descriptions for your blogs, your individual blogs, and for your pages. Write them yourself, but write them authentically, please. And please, please, please write them authentically. Don't lie. Don't be a liar, liar, pants on fire, okay? Okay, I'll get off that soapbox, promise. Now, tip number 4, okay? Mistake number 4 that I see people making with their SEO strategy that's super easy to fix is this. And that's never evaluating the results. Y'all, I know that it can be super easy to just get in, run, create, like do the thing mode without ever looking back and reflecting it. Oh, is this actually working? And don't get me wrong, SEO strategies take a little bit of time. It's not like, it's been a long time, right? But there was this commercial on TV a while back where this guy goes to the gym. He walks into the gym. He gets on the scale. He looks at his weight and he literally makes a lap around the gym. It gets back on the scale. And I just feel like that's a lot of us, that's our mentality around everything, but also SEO, because we're so used to social media marketing where we post a picture and immediately get likes or comments, right? Now, what are those likes and comments doing for your bank account? Probably not a whole lot, but we're used to that immediate gratification. And SEO does take time, but you need to actually evaluate what's working and what's not working, and then change it and tweak it accordingly. I actually have a whole module in my course, the Organic Marketing Framework, about tracking your results and then tweaking your results. And I really hesitated on using the word tweaking because I thought it would sound like a tweaker, but I was like, meh, I like tweaking better than changing, so I just used it. But in episode number 96, I actually walk you through some Google Analytic basics and what you actually need to know and do to track your traffic and whether your SEO strategy is working. Now, if you have Ubersuggest, like I do and I love, it'll give you some suggestions for what you can create content around, like SEO fixes that you can make. But if you're like, Faith, I have $0 to spend right now, then go get Google Analytics set up if you don't have it set up already. Get Search Console set up if you don't have that set up already. And start tracking your results. Start looking at where your traffic is coming from. Start looking at the landing pages, where people are landing on your site. Start looking at where they're going from those pages. Start looking at how quickly they're leaving your website. Evaluate the results and then make strategic decisions. If this is something that you need help with, please just book a coaching call and I'll sit with you and we'll talk about it. Just make sure that in your intake form, you let me know, hey, I want to look at my Google Analytics and my SEO strategy so that I can make sure you have all the right things in place before we have that hour-long conversation. But you have to evaluate your results, because if you never look up and you're just create all the time, then what happens if you look up in 6 months and you're like, oh, snap. That was a terrible strategy and it wasn't doing me any good. And you've wasted so much time and energy creating things around that keyword or with that specific SEO strategy. Okay. Now, mistake number 5 that you can easily avoid is this: expecting SEO to do all the work. Now, I know that this sounds kind of sacrilegious coming from a podcast about SEO and somebody who does SEO consulting, but SEO is just a piece of the puzzle for your organic marketing and your entire marketing strategy. Yes, it is extremely powerful. And I do believe that a great SEO is only going to be more and more and more and more effective and more important as in the next few years. However, just having a website that's SEO friendly and put together correctly with all of the right things in the back end, just having your website done correctly is not enough. You have to be creating SEO rich blogs. And truth be told, I think that in today's market, you probably need 2 forms of long form content eventually. For me, that's podcasting and blogging. For a lot of people, that's YouTube and blogging. But you just can't expect SEO to do all of the work. Now, if you have a great social media following already, great. Pair that with blogging, pair that with SEO, pair that with pitching, right? But you cannot just build it and they will come. You need to be creating content strategically, SEO friendly content on a consistent basis. What is it that Seth Godin says? Content is king. Okay. In today's world, creating content is part of marketing. It's just synonymous with marketing. So you cannot just set up the back end of your SEO and sit there and twiddle your thumbs and expect it to do all the work, because it's not enough. And I know that that is like, oh my gosh, so sacrilegious, but I'm just telling you like it is. All right, y'all. I hope that these 5 tips are helpful for you. The next podcast, I'm actually digging into one huge mistake that people make with their YouTube and podcast and SEO strategy, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on that. All right. So those 5 tips, just to review: 1, thinking too narrow or too cutesy clever with your keywords. Number 2, mistake is using the same page titles on all your pages. Number 3 mistake is letting Google write your meta descriptions or blog meta descriptions for you. BT dubs, you are smarter than a computer. Number 4, never evaluating the results of what you're doing. And number 5, expecting SEO to do all the work. So I hope that y'all can take these 5 easy to fix mistakes, improve your own SEO strategy for free, and learn from my mistakes and the mistakes that I see so often. So pray that you'll have a great rest of your day, and we'll chat with you next time. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend, and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting, can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.